incarcerating us, jailing us, moving us from institution to institution, threatening us with lobotomies and their various implications through incarceration and imprisonment. Like an animal gets impounded, or like a car gets impounded, or like an animal gets sent to the pond. Well, indigenous people all over the Western Hemisphere and the world per se were systematically eliminated like that and institutionalized. First in the mental institution, and then in jails, and then in prison. Incarceration, they call it. I went into prison on a rape charge. That's the most heinous crime that a man could ever be convicted of against society. I got life without parole. I went into this prison, and out of 1,500 men, I knew all of them but 100. It was like going home. It was like old home week. And the record clerk, he asked me what I was there for, and I told him. He went and checked the records, and he come back and he said, "They want you out of the way. They sent you here to be killed." And I understand. I understood that in all its entirety. And in population, a sex crime person isn't worth nothing. We're the lowest form of life in that penitentiary. So I had to fight every day. And I was called a punk, a queer, a faggot, and all the things that are connected with that in regard to that. And both me and the fighter always went to the hole together. So I sort of developed a commonality and created a common bond with my fellow convicts. And all the lifers were on my side. So I went to segregation because I wouldn't cut my hair. And they couldn't make me. You know? And I still have that hair today. But only because my hair is holy. It's blessed by a holy man. It was blessed in a ceremony. You know, and the only way that I'd cut it is in a ceremony. And the only one to ever cut my hair has been my grandma. So I spent 9 years in solitary confinement for not cutting my hair. And when a little guy by the name of Louis Miranda sent in a writ to the United States Supreme Court for lack of rights, 597 people were freed across this world, and I was one of them. And I ain't been back since, or will ever again, unless I do something dumb and stupid. You know, but people make that situation. People cause that situation. And people bring them conditions around. People brought that condition. People brought that condition to the world. That's just like all what you see around the world today in personality and transformation and condition and purpose, reality. People bring that to the world at large and then expect people to buy it and to live it and to accept it as reality. I refuse. I'll die first. And as a non-compromising person, I don't submit, and nobody can make me submit. And I don't compromise. You can't make me compromise my life. That's why I call myself the most hated man. Because I don't like what I see, I don't like what I hear, and I don't like the way I feel. And I don't want my son to feel like this, ever. And I'll do everything within my power to prevent that. And every other little child in this world. Little children don't deserve that type of cruelty. They really don't. It's almost an impossibility. It's almost an impasse. You know? The mind, the body, the spirit, and how one lives in that world. It's an impossibility.